me anything you know about the Frye Boot Company.
The Frye Boot Company?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the Frye Boot Company.
Is there anything that you can tell me about the Frye Boot Company?
It like started here, I think, in Marlborough. I think.
Is there anything that you can tell me about the Frye Boot Company?
Not really, no.
Is there anything that you can tell me about the Frye Boot Company?
What is that? I've never heard of that in my life, honestly.
With an I, and it's Stankovich, Stankovich.
And when did you start working at Frye?
1972.
Okay. And when did you stop working at Frye and why?
1975, and only because they didn't give me a $5 increase.
Oh, okay. Why did you choose to work at Frye?
A friend of mine talked me into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you just decided, all went after that? Perfect. What was your experience at Frye?
I think one of my greatest experience was organizational skills.
Okay.
So, I didn't have secretarial skills at all, and that was good because it required no secretarial skills. And I just wanted another job.
And you enjoyed your experience at Frye?
Loved it. Loved it. I loved it because Mr. Ireland was the nicest man you could ever possibly work for. And when the salespeople weren't around, he would have his break time, lunch time, all with his employees on the second floor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've not seen it since. I've seen very few group level managers or vice presidents that sit with all of their employees. If the stitching was off a thousandth of an inch, they would give it to their employees for $6 or $9, depending on how, well, let's say the man's short boot was one of the most expensive because it was a zip-up boot, and it was, just below the pant leg. No, above the pant leg, sorry. But that to me is a real true company that wants to include all of the employees on what is going on. This is a baby's boot. They always stamp their name on the bottom.
Oh, wow.
So you knew you had a Frye.
Yep.
Nobody knew that about it. The wonderful thing that they did, people that had one leg, the armed services which needed steel toes. They also made the NAP safety shoes. We had their labels that we used to stitch in the boot.
Is there anything else that you'd want to share?
No, it was just it was a wonderful company to work for because people really felt like they could contribute and they got rewarded as they went along.
Ralph W. Lundstrom. I was there for 6 months. My boss told me if I voted for the union, like I'm fired. So I said, okay, I vote for union. I worked on the top floor.
Okay.
The fifth floor, and boy, it was just hot up there. we had every air conditioner and fan going on year round. That's how hot it was up there.
What did you do on the top floor?
I put the vents in for the shoes. They came out of the machine like they came out of the machine like that. I sold it back down
Any
like
other
that.
Stories, any experiences that you had at Frye that you'd like to tell me about?
I just wish I stayed there. I just wish I stayed there longer than 6 months. That was a pig. Even though it was really hot up there.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell me about Frye? Anything that you'd like people to know about Frye?
Well, they make good boots. That's for sure.